Another issue that we continually run into when working with the state legislature and the governor's office is what are our budget priorities? As you look at the state's budget, between sales tax and income tax, they generate roughly $5.5 to $5.6 billion per year in revenue. And then, in addition to that, property taxes are collected, but they're collected at a local level. And it's roughly the same number that is collected in property taxes locally. This year is about $5.3 billion. So between the two of them, we're looking at roughly $11 billion. And here's our question for our members is what should be our priorities? When it comes to using the state's revenue, about 1/3 of that money is spent on aid to local political subdivisions. Another third of it is on aid to individuals such as Medicaid. And then the third one is for agency support, with the largest agency receiving funds is the University of Nebraska. We talk about providing property tax relief and funding the state's priorities. One of our highest priorities is also reducing spending. So we want to keep that in perspective, that we want to make sure that government is as lean and efficient as possible, but we also want to make sure that we're focusing those investments where they need to be. So then the questions are, how should we balance the burden? Where should we place our priorities? Because we ask for a lot of things and we lobby for a lot of things, all that are meaningful to our state's economy and specifically agriculture. But then the next question from legislators comes, well, which is your highest priority, or what are your top 3 priorities? We have 4 questions that we're asking our members to tackle and give us advice or to decide what our priorities should be. The first one are the state's funding priorities appropriate? The second one is, should the state focus more or less resources in specific areas? Does the state do enough to ensure the highest and best return on its investment in these different areas? And should Nebraska Farm Bureau policy be more prescriptive with its policy relative to budget priorities?